Step aside, Kravis. Kim went and caught herself a bad boy of her very own. Okay, so let's break this down, Cosmic Cuties. We have Kim Kardashian, the queen nucleus of America's greatest dynasty, the Kardashians. And we have Pete Davidson, SNL's sweetheart and stand-up comedian with sexy, slacker, stoner, anti-hero, very hero, mama boy vibes, famously engaged to Ariana Grande and known for BDE. You know what I'm talking about. No need to bleep this out because we are discussing Big Dipper energy. That is right, we're talking about that dippy dip. Somehow, these two have conjoined and created a mysterious, paparazzi frenzied, modern day, anti-royal, very royal couple thing. Anything the light touches is their kingdom. From Calabasas to Pete's mom's basement on Staten Island. Today, we are reporting live on the relationship of Kim Kardashian and one Pete Davidson. And trust me, you are not gonna wanna miss this. Bible. Bible. So first, Kim Kardashian. Born on October 21st, 1980 at 10:46 a.m. in Los Angeles, California, is a Libra sun with a Sagittarius rising and Pisces moon. First, the sun represents how you show up in the world. So it's no surprise that Kim Kardashian is really known for her looks. Libra is the sign of balance, harmony, and aesthetics, and it's ruled by Venus, the planet of love and beauty. The symbol of Libra is also the scales, which actually happens to be the symbol for the judicial system, which makes sense because she's a soon-to-be celebrated lawyer. J'adore. And generally speaking, Libras love to be in relationships, which is why so much of the way we understand Kim is through her bonds with others. As a Sagittarius rising, Kim is philosophical, adventurous, and courageous. Anecdotally, Sagittarius risings tend to have really strong personalities. Some other examples include Paris Hilton, Oprah Winfrey, and Princess Diana, just to name a few. Sagittarius risings are ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion, which Kim just happens to have directly on her midheaven at 28 degrees Virgo, which is the area of the chart associated with legacy, career, and long-lasting reputation. What's more, Kim's moon, the area of the chart associated with your emotions and internal truths, is exactly opposite this Jupiter placement at 28 degrees Pisces, directly on her IC, the area of the chart that represents family and roots. With this placement, we can see that Kim is very sensitive, very empathetic, very emotional, but it also explains why she individually has played a huge role in her family's celebrity status.
I said to Scott, I'm not buying her a pair of shoes, I bought her a career.
Her willingness to really put herself out there and be seen, in a entertainment sort of way, created opportunities beyond anyone's wildest dreams. However, how she feels about all of this remains a bit of a mystery. We know that Pisces moon is really sensitive, so it's possible that there's a lot more to the story than meets the eye. What that means, however, remains to be seen. We may never know. We may never see it. Or maybe we will, thanks to a certain Scorpio who may be able to offer some illumination. Dun dun dun. Yes, you guessed it. I am talking about the one and only Mr. Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson was born on November 16th, 1993 in New York City, but unfortunately that is all the information we have. We don't know his time of birth. And this is heartbreaking for me as an astrologer because not only do we not know Pete's rising sign, but it just so happens that the moon also changed signs the day he was born, so we don't have his moon. He could be a Sagittarius moon, bold, brave, and maybe forming a conjunction to Kim's Sagittarius rising, or he could be a Capricorn moon, which is sturdy, reliable, and extremely hardworking. So here's the thing. A few weeks ago, I put out a plea on social media for someone, for anyone, to get me that time of birth. and this offer still stands. We need this information. Our future as a society depends on it. Thank you. Until then, however, I will continue to be brave and I will work with what we have. And the good news is that we do have quite a lot of information. We have enough to know that he is indeed a Scorpio. But not just like a Scorpio, he's a lot of Scorpio. Pete has his Jupiter, the planet of expansion, in Scorpio. He has his Mercury, the planet of communication, in Scorpio. His Venus, the planet of love and values, is in Scorpio. His Sun, the celestial star representing personality and preferences and identity, is in Scorpio. And his Pluto, the generational planet associated with massive long-term transformation, is in
Scorpio.
Geniuses. Yes, Scorpio. And that is indeed a lot of Scorpio, which obviously explains why Pete literally invented BDE. Big Dipper energy. In addition to finally receiving proof that Pete is indeed an elusive, mysterious, and seductive Scorpio 5 times over, I am also struck by Pete's Saturn, the planet representing responsibilities and adulthood. Pete has his Saturn at 23 degrees Aquarius, which means his Saturn return is starting in 2022 and will continue all the way through January 2023. So the way Saturn return works is that for the first time ever in your life, you are stepping beyond what your family, your friends, your teachers, and society is expecting from you. You are defining your own legacy. You know what you need to fix, and now you're finally ready to use the tools to make that happen. This is extremely notable because that means as Pete becomes increasingly more connected to his higher and truest self, lots of major transformations will be happening in his life in the next coming months. So will Kim be part of that story? Is Pete going to be in the Kardashian Christmas card? I would hope so. However, I would also like to be in the Kardashian Christmas card. So if there's an open call, then call me Kris Jenner. No, really, actually, Kris Jenner, I'm gonna need a lot of birth times from you, so please do give me a call. So pray you, what's the tale of Kim and Pete? Well, believe it or not, we all have actually been there since the very beginning when Kim and Pete first locked lips on an enchanted carpet ride at NBC Studios for a Saturday Night Live skit. Really romantic. The air date was October 9th, so I decided to look at the astrology and guess what? The moon was in Scorpio. Go figure. There are a lot of really magical things about Kim and Pete's astrology. Of course, once we get Pete's birth time, we'll be able to go even further, but here's what we know based on the information that is available. Number 1, most of Pete's planets illuminate Kim's 12th house, the area of the chart associated with powerful spirituality. From a compatibility perspective, when our lovers' planets activate this domain, it can speak to past life relationships. So it's very possible that this dynamic feels like a carryover from a different reality. And maybe it is. Maybe they're connected in order to complete unfinished business. That would seem romantic. Or maybe it would seem kind of like eerie and haunted. Honestly, I'm here for it either way. Number 2, another important thing to note is that Pete has his Mars, the planet of action, in Sagittarius at 5 degrees. And Kim has her Mars, also in Sagittarius at 6 degrees. Are you following? I don't know how else to say this, but this Mars-Mars conjunction can only mean one thing. They are having amazing sex. They are very turned on by each other. The vibes are hot and heavy. So no matter how long this lasts, they're both clearly enjoying each other's company in the here and now. And does that make you uncomfortable? And if so, why? Why shouldn't my friend Kim Kardashian be able to have a beautiful physical connection with a tall, funny, alleged BDE gentleman? She should. And if you don't like that, I'm going to need you to take a good, hard look in the mirror and really ask yourself why Kim's joy is such a problem for your ego. Because it's not a Kim issue, and it's not a Pete issue, and it's definitely not a me issue. This is a you issue. All right, my friends, it is time for me to A your cues. And we have some cute cues up ahead, don't we, team? Number 1, can you talk about opposing signs? For instance, Capricorn, Cancer, Gemini, Sag. Absolutely. So here's the thing to know about opposites. They attract. And I really mean that quite literally. When we are in the zodiac, we have every sign with its mirror image. So we have Aries and Libra, we have Taurus and Scorpio, we have Gemini and Sag, we have Cancer and Capricorn, Leo and Aquarius, Virgo and Pisces. The interesting thing to know about these opposing opposite signs is that they're 180 degrees apart, and fundamentally they want the exact same thing. They just have very different ways of getting there. So opposites in astrology actually mean the same. So the midheaven is the very top of your chart, and the midheaven represents your legacy, your reputation, the mark that you are going to leave on the world. So any transits, which are moving planets across that region, or planets in your natal chart that are located next to or on the midheaven, show planets that are specifically going to illuminate the way that people perceive you in this lifetime. Directly beneath the midheaven is the IC. The IC is located in the nadir, which is the bottom of your birth chart, and this is directly below us. And this area, especially that IC, represents your home, your family, your traditions, and where you come from. These are things that are integral to who you are and to what your experience has been even before you arrived on this planet. Well, there you have it, folks. Kim K and Pete D are having fun, and they don't care who knows it. So tune in next week for another episode of Celebrity Astrology Investigation, and let me know in the comments who we should investigate next. Bye. So pray you, what's the tale of Kim and Pete? Vulnerability. It goes a long way, people. Outtakes. Quiet on set.